Man, they used to be so fucking loud at night, too.
Seriously.
Fuck. Like, it's fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. Shut the fuck up. Like, why are you being so loud? Like, what are you doing? Fuck, that was annoying.
Every single day, I'm gonna make.
Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I am Maskara Case. So last night, I was talking to my husband, and I said, I have to film a video for collab with my friend Makeup Struggles for Monday afternoon. And we're kind of busy today and tomorrow. When do you think I could do it? I was like, you think I could do it after the Christmas party? He's like, no, the kids are at your mom's. You'll probably be able to do it tomorrow. I said, okay, that sounds good. So fast forward to after the party, and someone, maybe me, might have had some whiskey and some drinks. So we get home. I said, oh, I'm going to tape that video now, just to make sure that it's done. Now, I'm going to be honest, that probably wasn't the best idea I ever had. But when I watched it this morning, I did make some good points. But then I also was rambling and talking fucking crazy shit. Because I'm me, and I was a teeny bit inebriated. So I decided I'll tape the video again, and then I'll like mix them together, put the good stuff from that one in with the good stuff from this one, and make an awesome video. Trust me, you will not be able to tell the difference between the videos. So I was like, well,
You're just drunk!
Shut up, Kevin! You will not be able to tell. So I asked Makeup Struggles if she wanted to collab because I love Makeup Struggles. I've been watching her for a while. I've been talking to her through Instagram and all that for quite a while too. I feel a somewhat kindred spirit with her because she's from St. Louis and I am from St. Louis. Now she lives in New York. I used to live in New York when I first got married. And in her videos, she's always yelling out at the street, at people honking, all that shit. And when our apartment in New York was right by a fucking parking lot, that was the noisiest shit ever. Oh my god. It was so fucking annoying. You remember that? Remember all that shit in the parking lot?
What shit?
The noise. It's just, she's always funny. And I always love the look she does in her Instagram stories. She's so creative and just does her makeup very well. I love it. So I wanted to know if she wanted to do a collab. And then, cause my vibe is usually doing tutorials, showing you crazy looks, like my Sailor Moon stuff, and just kind of weird, crazy shit. And every once in a while, I'll talk and do a get ready with me. But I very, very rarely do a dedicated video to talking about makeup. Just because I feel like I need to take notes and I don't have, like, and sit down and think about what I'm going to say and do all that. And that's just not how I work usually. I usually press record and talk as I go, like, say what I'm supposed to say. But I was like, well, I was looking at my collection, I saw this palette, and I was like, I kind of forgot I had that one. Or at least I forget about it every time I do my makeup. So I asked her, like, what about palettes in your collection that you forgot about? She's like, that sounds great. So that's what we're doing. I'm talking about palettes, eyeshadow palettes in my collection that I've just kind of forgotten about. Or I don't think about when I'm actually doing my makeup. So, Oh, shit. This one legit just dropped on the floor and one of the shadows broke. But this one is the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions. And I thought these colors in the Huda Mauve, Huda, why am I saying Huda? In the Huda Mauve, I can't keep saying the word Huda. I was so excited when I got this. It's the first, I was like, this is the first Huda Beauty palette that I can afford and that I can buy. I'm so excited. And I got it in the first, like, 6 or 7 times I used it. It worked great. Like, the colors blended beautifully. The shimmers were super shiny. And I loved it. And then after that, they didn't seem to work as well as they did when I first got the palette. A couple of the colors got kind of patchy. And the shimmer, there's 3 shimmers. They just weren't as bright and shiny. No matter what I did to them, I foiled them. You know, did the water. I used the glitter glue. No matter what I did to them, it didn't seem like the shimmers were that shimmery anymore. So I kind of put it in the back of my eyeshadow drawer. I just never thought to reach for it when I was doing my makeup. Every once in a while I'd see it and be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. But I always see it after I did my makeup. So I wasn't going to reach for it then. It's like, oh, I'll do something with that next time. And I just never thought, like, to get it out and do my makeup with it. It's this 9 pan. That's the one that just broke. I mean, it's pretty. But, like, the one that actually broke was kind of patchy. Which one is it? This one right here is super patchy for some reason. I don't know, it's just not something I think to reach for when I'm doing my makeup. And recently, I have figured out a bunch of shit that Huda Beauty is pretty racist and kind of racist. And she got real fucking racist. Does a bunch of racist shit. So I'm kind of glad I don't really like it anymore. Because fuck that shit. And the whole bleaching your vagina thing. Hey! Hey! Hey!
Who, me?
Yeah!
What?
Who the fuck you think I'm talking to?
The camera?
No! Who does the one that had that article about bleaching your vagina?
What?
She wrote an article in her blog about how you should bleach your vagina.
That's kind of weird.
Right? Like, why are you bleaching your vagina? That's weird, right?
Yeah.
What would you do if I bleached my vagina?
I think that was weird.
I said, what would you do?
I wouldn't do anything. Well,
Oh. What?
fuck it either way.
Shut up. And just a lot of shitty shit that I'm like, I don't really want to use it. So I guess it's a good thing that I forget about it. This one is actually one of the first palettes that I got in general. It's a BH Cosmetics Nude Rose palette. Can you see it? Kind of. It's like all black cover. And I really like this palette when I first got it. The colors were pretty, I mean, I didn't really have anything to go off of besides this. It's got this purple row and then this brown row, which now that, I mean, then was fine because it was 2 different color stories in one palette. And I was able to do, you know, different looks. I never really reached for the brown row because these browns are all like kind of ugly browns. I mean, ugly browns are fine, but these aren't like good ugly browns. They're just like ugly browns. But I loved this silver and these purples. I don't think these purples really go together, so I would use them separately. But now that I've gotten more palettes and more stuff, I forget that I have this one And then the 2 color stories in one palette like this just don't really make sense to me anymore. It's just not something I reach for. I don't really like this color story. It's strange. And I have better palettes with those colors in it. And again, now that I've gotten more palettes, this formula, compared to other formulas, is kind of patchy and not as pigmented. And it's just not the thing that I say, ooh, I want to do my makeup with that. I have other formulas and brands in these colors that I would rather use. This palette just completely flies out of my head all the time. What's it called? Not flies out of my head. What's the word? Bet.
I'm sorry, what?
What's the word when you forget about something?
When you forget?
It doesn't fly out of your head. It escapes my mind. Is that it?
No, that's not it.
What the fuck is the word?
Escapes my mind. It escapes me. Some shit like that, yeah.
So this just escapes my mind. Most of the time. All the time. This is one that we got in a BoxyCharm. It's the Pure Midnight Masquerade face palette. But it's got... Oh, this one fell too. But it's got 6 eyeshadows. And then 4... Or a highlighter, a bronzer, and 2 blushes. But I remember getting this and opening and thinking, wow, these colors, I mean, they're all, except for this brown in the middle, they're all shimmer shades, which is usually not a big deal. I don't really give a fuck. And this green, I thought was just such a gorgeous green. And it is bright. And it is. But I used it when I first got it, like twice. But since then, I never thought about it. I never remembered to reach for it and use the blues. I like a blue. I like using blue. And the purple is pretty. To use these shimmers, mostly because it's mostly shimmers, I just never thought to pull this out and use it. I have a prettier green. I have a prettier purpley pink. I have a prettier blue. And these face colors, like this bronzer doesn't look good on me. And I don't really like this highlighter. And both of these colors are very out of my skin tone. So, it looked nice at first. But once I got to actually using my makeup, I just never reached for this. I think I made myself use it like once. But that was about it. So I'm glad I'm fucking canceling BoxyCharm. Fuck BoxyCharm. And then also because it's got the face side. And none of these blushes I don't really like. They're not really a good color on me. This bronzer looks terrible. And this highlighter is shit. So I don't think to grab it because I don't use any of these. And then these are just... I have these colors in other palettes, like the green in the new Dose of Colors, or in the Dose of Colors Friendcation palette is a lot better than this one. I know I have other of these colors that I've been using in other palettes that I like better. Now the palette that made me think of this video, like to do palettes you forgot about, is I saw My Little Pony palette from ColourPop. This is the first palette I got from ColourPop because I am a child born in 1982. I love the fucking My Little Ponies. If this could have been My Little Pony, Rainbow Bright, Gem. This could have been any cartoon from the 80s and I would have bought it. I'm not gonna lie. I love the idea of this palette. Fucking ColourPop is selling me my childhood in an eyeshadow palette. I was like, oh, and the colors are really pretty. But they're all like cool tone, like the ABH Sultry. I'm going to try really hard to get that to work for me. But so far, every look I've tried with it has come out looking like fucking shit. So I don't know if that palette's going to work out for me. But I'm trying. Because it's ABH. And I really like ABH. But just some of these colors, I just don't know how to... I'm just not sure how to put these colors together to make a really good cohesive eye look. And I would prefer that that happens when I use a palette. I mean, I can go into other palettes to make an eye look. I would just prefer not to. Like I do use this white one again, but it's when I think about it. I just kind of forget, because of all the other colors I don't really use, I kind of forget about this palette. I forget that I have this little piece of my childhood in a palette tucked away in my makeup drawers. I didn't reach for it anymore, and then I forgot that I had it. Because of all, yeah, the colors just didn't look right. But because of this packaging, I will never get rid of this. And look at it. It's My Little Ponies. And then this one I bought. It's the Masquerade Mini by Juvia's Place. I love Juvia's Place. The palettes I've gotten from her, I love their pigmentation. I love their color. It's just everything about a Juvia's Place palette I love. And this one is gorgeous. This pink right here is a matte pink, but it has gold glitter in it. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's really gorgeous. And then all these browns just are beautiful. You can do neutral look with a beautiful pop of color, and it's beautiful. And I got the mini because, you know why I got the mini?
How?
Or why? Not how, why? How I got it is I bought it from the website. You know why I got it?
Why?
I said, you know, I don't need full-size eyeshadows. I have enough eyeshadow. I'll get the mini ones. That's not as much eyeshadow. It's the same fucking size. Look how big this shit is. But this one, I forget that I have. And every time I see it, because I don't have it in my eyeshadow drawer because of its size. I have it down in another makeup drawer of mine. So I do my makeup in steps. It usually goes eyeshadow, foundation, concealer, powder, cheeks, or bronzer, cheeks, highlighter, lip, or mascara, lips. Eyebrows are thrown in there whenever I forget them, whenever I remember them. So this one is usually down in my eyeliner, eyebrow drawer. That's all that stuff. So by the time I'm done with my eyeshadow, I open it and I see it and I'm like, oh fuck, I could have used that one. So this one isn't the fact that I forget it because I don't like the colors, or I don't like the formula. This one is a matter of placement. I forget that I have it because it's tucked away where I can't see it. And I want to use this one. I completely forget that I have it. I think I'm going to try putting this in my eyeshadow drawer to see if I use it more. And make myself use it more because it's beautiful. But that's the reason I forget about this one. And I think if I put it to where I can see it, I would use it more. Which is hard to do in this drawer-ass system right here. And I can't leave it out because my kid's gotta fuck it up. The little one, James. He's already fucked a bunch of my makeup up. Those are some of the palettes that I have that I forget about. I forget to use. I forget whatever. So let me know if you have any of these palettes and if you use them and how you use them. Or give me suggestions on ways I could try to use them better. And I don't do project pans, so I can't stick it in a project pan and use it. I don't do that shit. I don't like project pans. I feel like I'm forced to use makeup. I don't like that. I don't like that shit. But thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Makeup Struggles, for collabing with me. Make sure you check out her video down below in my description box. Thank you so much.